Man, I'm telling you, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but this shit is laughable. This is laughable. Um, oh my gosh. Yo, what's up? This is Renz with Why I Left Religion. And this just shows me that people who are zealous about religion, like the Romans were absolutely correct. The Romans were 100% correct. And when Theodosius came into power, Constantine, Vespasian, all of them were 100% correct. And anybody else, I'm sure I can name a bunch of other people from a bunch of other religions. If you want to control people, you can control them through their beliefs so easily. Of all the people that you want to throw up, you throw up Ron Wyatt. Ron Wyatt. Now, the only reason why I have not, I discovered who Ron Wyatt was about 3-4 years ago. About 3 years ago. Yeah, about 3-4 years ago. At the time, I was dating a girl who was a Seventh-day Adventist. We got married, and she was somewhat open-minded. I came to realize, but other things broke up that relationship. But religion was a part of it, but that wasn't a major part of it. But I gotta tell you this, out of respect for her and her beliefs, I never made a video about Ron Wyatt. The first time somebody in this SDA came to me knowing what I believe and wanted to challenge me and use Ron Wyatt's information. I didn't know who he was back then. So I went and I read his book. And even reading his books, I was like, okay, come on, man. And then, of course, I don't just read one person's book and say, oh, that's it right there. He proved it. No, I have to go and research what he researched, what he said, what they talked about, and use like what's real and what's not. Come on, man, Ron Wyatt. Let me make this video shorter. I ain't going over 10 minutes in this one because I definitely got to have this one on TikTok for the gentleman who made this comment. Look, Ron Wyatt is a liar. Plain and simple. Am I calling Ron Wyatt a liar? Hell yeah, I'm calling him a liar. Let's first start out looking at Ron Wyatt's qualifications. Now, I'm not saying that you got to have all these immense qualifications in order to know something. You don't. But when you claim you went out and discovered something, you discovered it. Not that you're reading, what an archaeologist went out, discovered something, peer reviewed, then went and validated what they discovered, and other archaeologists and scientists were able to evaluate it and validate it. Here's the thing. None of the things that Ron Wyatt claimed were ever peer reviewed. They were never validated by anybody but him. And I'm going to focus on only a couple of them. But one of them is so fucking absurd that without peer review, it wouldn't work. And then some of it, then it goes against biology, how the universe works. Okay, so Ron Wyatt, he was a nurse anesthesiast. That was his job. That's what his specialty is. Not an anesthesiologist, but a nurse anesthesiast who saw a picture in Life magazine of a mountain that looked to have the shape of a boat. And he had to go find it. It's Noah's boat. I'm going to find it. All right. First of all, everything that he ever talked about was debunked by the Seventh-day Adventist Church, by the two Standish brothers, who wrote a lengthy book about all the stuff that he didn't do wrong. And they, although them not archaeologists themselves, they at least utilize science, okay, to disprove their own brother. We got the guy who was in charge of Israel's archaeological stuff, Joe Zilas, back then in 1996 or 99, whenever it was, 96, who said that the man stuff is trash, it's tabloid stuff. One, in order to do a legal excavation in Israel, you have to have a bachelor's degree in archaeology, to which Ron Wyatt claimed he had, but there is absolutely no school that validates that he has a bachelor's degree in archaeology. So, he never did a legal excavation in Israel, ever. He walked around, he looked at stuff, and he came to his own conclusion. This is the power of belief. If you believe in something strong enough, you can convince your mind regardless of evidence. And to the other brother who tell me, I got cognitive dissonance, come on, man. I go by facts, okay? Let's look at some of this, because, yeah, I had to pull up a couple of things, because I can't remember all the foolishness of this man. But he claimed that he found Noah's home and the flood inscription on at the site, fences of Noah's farm, the anchor stones of Noah's ark, the laminated deck of timber for the ark, Noah's altar, the tombs of Noah and his wife, the precise location of the Red Sea crossing, the wheels from Egypt's chariots involving the pursuit of the Israelites from Egypt. Yeah, I'm gonna get you on that one. The book of the law written by Moses in animal skin, the gold from the golden calf fashioned by Aaron, the Ark of the Covenant, the tables of the Ten Commandments, the tablets of the Ten Commandments, the tabernacle table of the showbread, Goliath's sword, Jesus' tomb and the stone seal of Jesus' tomb, and samplings of Jesus' blood, proving the doctrine of the virgin birth by means of chromosome count. If this man discovered all this, he would be the most celebrated archaeologist in history. He would be the freaking man. If he found all this stuff, hell, I might go back to Christianity. But let's get to it. First of all, he saw a boat. The boat was too wide. The thing was too wide for that to be the boat of Noah's flood. His own Christian people debunked that part, but it was too wide. He said he found a precise crossing of the Red Sea. Well, if you read the story is that they died in the middle of the Red Sea. The middle of the Red Sea is about 2,800 feet deep. He said he used recreational scuba gear in order to find it. But here's the problem. Recreational scuba gear only goes, and I've done this before, recreational scuba gear only goes to about 130, 140 feet is as far as you can go. You got to use specialized equipment to go 280. And the area that he said he found was 200 feet deep. Just to do that one, you need special equipment. But to go 2,800, no. So hell no. And plus, the sea, the sands, and the water and everything has moved from 3,500 years ago. That shit's changed. It ain't the same no more. Then he said he found these wheels and all this kind of stuff, but no peer review on none of those. No peer review at all. Then this brother claimed that, what was the other one I want to talk about? Oh, that he found Jesus' blood. Okay, wait. Let me go back to the Dead Sea thing. There was another thing. So when they found 73 years after the sinking of the Titanic, when they went and they excavated, because of the salt water and everything else that goes on, you know how many bodies they found? Of 1,500 bodies, people were supposed to died on that boat. You know how many bodies they found? Zero, because the body in that kind of water would not survive. The bones would not survive. They would be gone, dude. There's no way you found bones from 3,500 years ago. The only reason we have any bones of things that's not fossilized is the remains of the mummification. And that's only because they went through mummification. None of the Pharaoh people went through mummification before they died in the Red Sea. No, this story is bullshit, dude. And this is your proof. And then you talk about he found Jesus' tomb. Don't nobody know where his tomb is at. But the main thing, you say you found some dried blood. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? Are you real? Dried blood from 2,000 years ago? There's absolutely no way that there will be any dried blood. The blood would have been gone. Been gone. You know, unless you Jurassic Parking this thing and you found a mosquito that had that blood in there, and then you tested it, but you didn't allow nobody else to test it. Nobody tested this. You the only one got it, and you claim that. And then you said you tested it in Nashville, but then you said you tested it, somewhere else in Europe, somewhere in Europe, I think. You tested it in 2 different places. No, bro, which one did you test it in? Look, this man is a liar, and you believe this stuff. But go ahead. But there's, like, your own people debunked him. Your own people showed that he is a liar, because none of his stuff, not one thing, was peer reviewed. Not one thing was done in a lab. And the lab that he claimed that he did it in Nashville don't even exist anymore. So, and nobody's ever been in there. This dude just wanted your money. He wanted your money, and he got it. He wanted you to believe, and you did. Come on, man. You are demonstrating cognitive dissonance. Just go do some research on your own. God, don't bring this kind of mess to me. This is bullshit. I ain't got time for this.